Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. How are we all doing? Welcome along. Nice to see so many of you here already. And I'm not surprised because the views on my map tour of this map are anything to go by. It's going to be a pretty popular map, almost 4,000 views on that video. So obviously something you guys are eagerly keen to see. So I thought why not follow up on that and start a series here on Deer Creek. So we're going to crack into that. But good morning, good afternoon and good evening to everyone who's here. Scorp, welcome along buddy. Thanks for keeping the crowd entertained and occupied while we were warming up there. Good day to you, John. Welcome along, mate. Nice to see you. I hope you're not going to tell Jonathan I've messed with his truck too much, but we have gone and added the Argsy Gaming logo there onto the side of this beautiful Ford. You won't hear me say beautiful Ford very often because I'm not more of a Holden man here in New Zealand and Australia, but more of a General Motors fan when you look at those. So Fords are not one of my favourites, but this truck certainly is. Love it. Looks really good. One Argsy one. Go. Very nice. So welcome along. Who else is here? Black Book. Hello, hello. There, Donald, boys, good day. Great to see you guys here. I see you'd said it was a while since you caught a live stream, so good to have you all here as well. Kartik, g'day buddy, nice to see you. I'm going to give Kartik a little bit of a shout out. He asked if I'd take a look at a YouTube video for him the other day. So he's just starting out in the game, so if you've got a minute, go have a look at his channel. Give him some feedback and show some love. Share some love from the Argsy Gaming team. Paul Sanson, hello to you, welcome along as well. Trevor Wood, I like the new map, I've put a few hours into it this morning already, that is awesome. So anyone who hasn't seen the map yet, I've put the pinned post up there in the chat so you can see where to find it and a little bit more about it. Of course it is also on the mapping directory, I've put it on that. There we go. Who else? Paul Sanson, hello, welcome along, nice to see you. I think I just said hello to you, doubling up there. Olaf, you're here as well. G'day, Olaf. Nice to have you here. What are the names? I'm scrolling back up. Gamer Boy, how you doing? I think you might have posted a little bit earlier, so hopefully you're joining us. And Jan. Oh, Jan is here. How you doing, Jan? Nice to see you as well. Right. So what are the plans? So ignore the money. We've got $600,000, but that was for setting things up. So I wanted to start a little bit from fresh without any crops. So we're going to go and harvest a crop today, but that's more just for the live stream. When we get into the series proper, we'll sort of be starting from a seeding point of view. But if we just come across here, we've got this field over here, number 9, which is canola. See there? Boom. And we own fields 1, which is the one you start off with, which is massive. Field 4 and field 9. So I thought they were a good variety of sizes. Field 4 is pretty close to the yard across the way there. And field 9 a bit further away, so I thought it'd be fun to go and make a start on that. So we'll go and get some harvesting done, and if anyone wants to see anything on the map or any features on the map, give us a yell and we can go and take a look at those as well. Cecil Simulations, good morning from the Washington State. Good morning to you as well. Grandpa Hilljack, see you there as well. Hello, hello, welcome along. So what have we got? Right, I haven't really changed out any of the base equipment at this stage. I might add one more tractor. Actually, I have one thing I've bought is the Vaderstat cultivator. I had to get it because it's the New Zealand Extreme. I've never seen that before, but we've gone and got that as well, just to increase our tillage, because I don't want to be running too long in this, because the fields are massive. Still got the Kinsey down there as well, and I have gone and downloaded or upgraded to the Sid Modding X9 Deer Creek number plate. So we've gone for that and put the bigger 50-foot header. But I was thinking actually, I haven't seen them out yet. I might be able to say that they are there or not, but we've been looking out for the 60-foot Juris headers. I thought I saw the other day that they'd been released, but I couldn't find them on Mod Hub, so we'll keep an eye out for those, and we might even upgrade to or add a second combine. I just thought this map was ripe for doing a similar series to West Australia. Probably not quite on as grand a scale with quite as much equipment, but similar ideas with Courseplay and Auto Drive becoming a little bit more mature. Still not as mature as it could be yet, but having those options there to use it. The other thing I need to remember to use it. I've got a Sim Dashboard tablet. What tablet running Sim Dashboard? So we've got the Farm Sim guys dashboards all set up on that, and we'll be giving that a go. So let's head out here and head on down to the right. Anzac, welcome along, buddy. Nice to see you. Went for a drive through your neck of the woods the other day. Came back. I think you're around. Are you around Reparawa? I know you're in the Waikato, but for some reason I thought you were around Reparawa. But we did come back down through there on last weekend when I came back from week up in Taupo or Tauranga. Right. One thing I noticed when I was doing the map review is some of the traffic there. You can see it just does a little bit of a glitch. See that white car on it? Yeah, there you go. Just drops up and down a little bit. So there's a little bit of a tweak on the traffic spline, but it's pretty good compared to what it was. But this traffic does actually, I wonder if it's easier in cab. Let's see. Alright, nothing that way. You can turn quicker. Yeah, it is dry. Yeah, I noticed that actually. It's dry, getting dry down here actually. I've had to sprinkle on my lawns the last few nights. Came back to an 1.5 inches of growth and thought I'd better get that mowed. Mowed it down and that hasn't grown since. It is getting dry. Saw some big kit running around up your place and must have been out doing some silage somewhere on one of the Landcorp farms. Big fence running up and down the road. Ah, they were for 19. Thank you, John. Oh, hopefully they come for 22. I thought I'd seen them released somewhere. I hope they are. Hope they come for 22. Good. Chinook, good morning to you as well. Another one of our Kiwis now. Did any of you guys hear the booms last night? Any of the New Zealanders that are in here? I don't know if anyone overseas has seen the news about the big volcanic eruption that happened in Tonga late last evening. Pretty scary stuff. Hopefully, thoughts and prayers are with everyone up there. Hopefully no one, or not too many injuries or casualties, but it's going to be pretty devastating for a small island nation. But the shockwaves from the eruption made it all the way here to New Zealand, and people were reporting hearing booms for quite a while. I didn't actually hear them, but that would be a pretty surreal thing to think that there was a volcanic eruption probably 2,000 kilometres away and you're hearing the explosions from it. Some people even reported their houses shaking or vibrating and that from it. Right, one thing we're going to have to think about is access, and we don't have very much. In fact, I wonder if I can run down and use that aerial road. I'm sure the telco or whoever operates that won't complain. Should you get twin wheels or rear twin wheels on a Massey? It depends what you're going to be using it for, O'Donnell's, boys. All depends on what you're going to be doing with that tractor. And what you like. So much of it's personal preference. Actually, this is going to be a good spot. Plenty of manoeuvring and working with in here. You heard it, Chinook? Yeah. Sounds pretty scary, so hopefully people are okay out there. Also, it'll only just be, news will only just be coming out now because it'll be morning. Interesting. So Tonga is exactly the same time zone as us, but it's a full day behind. He's the big guy around your neck of the woods, is he? 5 choppers. It's a decent setup, but I suppose with all those, you can get the Landcorp contract up there, you'd be set for life. Or for the time at least you've got that contract, wouldn't you? You got tsunami warnings along the west coast. Yeah, we had them here too, but more for strong currents and not so much an inundation or anything, but just for unusual currents and that around about now. Right, so here we are, after we've been chatting. So this is field number 9. Here we go. So just for reference, it is a value of $382,000. It goes a long way actually, back in there. So I'm intrigued to see whether we can get this whole thing harvested with one combine in the stream. I don't think we're going to. But we'll give it a go. At least canola's not hugely yielding. So let's just get this turned in here. I'm going to set it up on course play so it gives me a chance to run back and get grain carts and trucks and all those kind of things. We'll just go in here and just get the course set up a little bit first. Scooter's Workbench, hello to you, welcome along, nice to see you. So I have upgraded to, I am running the latest version of Courseplay 0.19 I think it was. So bear with me, I'm still, like everyone, getting my head around how to get it to work. So there we go, we've got fieldwork, our target position, I think that's set by where our tractor is. And we want to start at first waypoint, so we'll open that up. There we go, look, they've fixed the working with. Pretty cool. Field center, let's see. Try doing some land. Haven't tried doing that yet. Number of headlands, I think we probably want to do 3 headland passes clockwise. Rows to skip, rows per land, 6 is fine. Down row direction, automatic. Hopefully it's going to pick one of the... In fact, it'll probably pick the long edge on the back. But this field goes at an angle straight across there. I think it's at an angle. Hard to tell. We'll set it off like that and just see what happens. Work with it. Oops, I closed. We want to do, you know, field work course. See what happens. T-Man Gaming, mate. Happy New Year to you, buddy. I don't think I've chatted to you since the New Year. So welcome along, bud. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, it has done it the right way. Look at that. So close course generator. That's pretty impressive, actually. It's got the lands, it's got the dealt with crossing across here. I was actually playing in 19 last night on Medicine Creek and setting things up, and you know how difficult it was on some of that. So that looks good. I'm impressed with that, actually. Let's hit start job, and they're off. Does anyone know, is there a way I can hide those starting and finishing markers? I haven't figured that out yet. And the only way, how do I, and this is another question for you, how do I bring up, now that we've started this, is there any way to bring up the Courseplay generator box, which has all the options, or is it just, you can only do it in here? No course, oh, start, stop, there it is, perfect. I knew there'd be somewhere. Those little things gone? They've gone, right, awesome. Just probably going to use the message for random stuff. Oh, I'd probably just put some, I always go if it's just a general tractor, I go for wide tyres with weights pretty much all the time, because without knowing what you're going to be doing with it, might not need tools all the time. Wheels are cosmetic only. I actually saw an interesting, someone shared an interesting thing from Reddit the other day, and you guys, if you're not on the Reddit, there is a wealth of information gets shared on there. That's where I found the handbook that I did the video on the other day. There's another one called farmingsimulator.app, which has a table where you can put all the field information in, and crop information, you know, what your expected yields are. It's got all the default areas for the base game field maps, all the field areas and things like that. Pretty interesting. So but there was an interesting one someone shared in the Mods and Links Discord around compaction and what made a difference there. I think you might find now that the wheels do a bit more of a, have a bit more of an impact on compaction. I thought this map would be right up your alley, T-Man. Nice big fields, nice shapes too. Get a second header, can it be case? I don't know actually. The dealership here is a John Deere dealership. It's got the big sign out the front, so I might have to go outside the region to go and find a case. We'll see. Is that the... that's interesting. I hadn't actually come over here before. The field edge isn't as big as I thought. I could actually only see the crop, and then there's sort of this blank space in here. Go and map. Yeah, so we're almost at the corner. It's not quite as bad as I thought. How full are we? Only 16%. This is we're not going to have too much. Not going to get too much done at this rate. So what I could do is, I think one of our fields needs lime, so we could actually set up and do some lime on that while this is running. Come and empty it when it needs to be. Is anyone annoyed that the vehicle camera collision isn't available yet? See, when I get to the edge of the map, instead of just carrying on, it's detecting a collision there and won't let you Won't let you move any further. A little bit annoying. Nightbot, check out my FS map directory. Did I add that in as a timed one? I can't remember doing that actually. Must have. Doing good, team man. Awesome. Pleased to hear, mate. That farmer's handbook, I'd like to get a big chart. It would be good to get laminated. Wait a little bit. The other thing, just throw it on. If you've got 2 monitors, just throw it on your other monitor when you're gaming. Just have it there. Some people were saying they were going to set it up as their desktop, their wallpaper, so they could just minimize their screen and they'd have it sitting right there. The only downside to that is it's a bit hard to zoom in on. Needs to hurry up. Yeah, I agree. It is tolerable, but it'd be nice if they do it. It was funny because it came out really quickly for 19, so I don't know why it's taking so long on 22. So you got the little edge cutters there on the canola. Very nice. So in terms of equipment for this setup for this farm, see, Paul suggested getting a case. Maybe we could look at running a case in tandem with the deer. Interesting setup. We'll have a think about that. I do try and normally keep my equipment generally from the same brand as much as we can. But I'm holding out hope that Ford Ag and BC Beulah may have their smaller Seed Hawk done, the 60-foot one, not the 84-foot one, and that would be perfect for this map. I think it'd be perfect size. The 84-foot would be great, and it would be, but I think no, I reckon it'd do this field pretty quick. But yeah, 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers. So this field across here, 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer down there, massive. Same with this one, pretty much a kilometer from there to there, about half of the map. Pretty big, pretty big. Do I like X9s? I do like the X9 Paul. It's I like the styling of it. It's just yeah, it's just modern. It's looking nice lines, nice shape. It was interesting listening to the Millennial Farmer. I watched an older podcast of theirs. Listened to an older podcast of theirs with Randy and Zach, and they were talking about combine sizes and how they always thought the STS series and 9000 series John Deere's was biggest combines they'd ever get. Then the S7s, S6 and the S7s came along. I know we can't go bigger. But it's all limited by, you guys probably all know, it's limited by getting these beasts along the road. If you can't drive them on the road, if you're having to take wheels off and put them on a low loader and that all the time to move them around, they are not a very useful tool. So it seems to be they'll need to get longer and higher. Well, there's a height restriction probably too, but longer before they can get any bigger. Did I fall out of bed this morning, Argsy? Why is that, John? It's funny, on live stream nights, the night before a live stream, I'll wake up about 3 times worried I've missed my alarm. What was it that did the camera for FS19? Camera collision, wasn't it? Building camera collision or something like that it's called. I don't know, it was just a default mod I put in every time. Team and like to see trees on the edge of a map or a road closure sign when the end of a map is on a road. I haven't actually driven to the end of the road on this map. I'm torn. I don't mind if they carry on and you can't. The road closed on every direction seems a little bit funny to me. Howdy, Farm Some Guy. Welcome along, buddy. Nice to see you. How you doing? I haven't seen the bar for 22 yet, T-Man. I'm sure it'll come. Won't be far away. The walk bridge on the X9 is so big you could have a barbecue on it. It's a viewing deck. There you go, Scorp. I said it. I've been mindful not to say it. It's a viewing platform. You can get 5 people lined up across there watching the header. you'd sell rides, sell tickets. People pull up in their cars and you'd sell tickets to ride along on the front of your combine. Imagine the health and safety issues with that. I know a 16x map is 8x8. Is there a technical reason that we couldn't do a 10x10? The main thing with maps is this is my basic understanding of maps, Derek, and someone else might be able to advance on this, is they go on a power of 2. So a 1x map, 2x2, is the standard. So if you double that in every direction, the power of 2, it's 4x4. And the reason for that is it uses pixels to load the information. So I think it's based on a 1024 by 1024, and that's where the coordinates come into play. So where are we on the moment? No, it must be 2048 by 2048. So at the moment we're at 1677 and counting down. So the coordinates of the map are basically per pixel that's used for the resolution of the map. So a standard map's at 2048 by 2048. So going up from there you get to 4096 by 4096, which is a 4x map, and then a 16x map goes up from there. In fact, I'm going to defer the expertise here to MRG's just come in to judge me. He's going to be sitting there going, Argsy, you've got it all wrong. What are you dribbling on about? Welcome along, mate. So the expert there, he can tell you why you can use an MRG. What is the ratios for getting a map to different sizes? So really, is a 256 by 256 hexapentadecade map possible, MRG or not? Welcome along, buddy. Good to see you. What are your thoughts on MRG, hot or not? Can I be honest, MRG? Not right now, but you get that map out and you'll be the hottest thing in the world. How's progress on Ashton Corners? I know you put a post on Facebook saying it wasn't far away from going to a little bit of private testing. Scorp said you're smoking hot. Who's MRG? Nice to see you, mate. Hope you are keeping well. Keeping yourself busy. He's an absolute sort. I noticed he didn't say a good sort. Farm sim guy. You might have to decipher your Scottish or English there. Right, we're at 62%. We better go and sort ourselves out a grain cart instead of just sitting here chatting with you guys. Let's go over to the yard. Did you have a look at my truck? Look at this. Got my own truck now. Kadek's tutorial still works. It's exactly the same for 19 as it was for 22. I even did a pretty good job at getting it flush there. I put it on the back doors though because I thought, for some reason, I knew it was all animated, but for some reason I thought the doors opened on this when you hop in and out. But it's just the side rails there and the mirrors. But actually, I don't know if anyone's noticed, when I was looking at the animated parts, look at the steering wheel. The steering wheel moves back in, and this is cool. And even some of the animated bits. I think if we jump in here. I'm gonna hide. Good look at the cameras up there. Oh, you can't even see it, but the pedals in that were all animated. When I was looking at the animated parts, and that, oh, you can see the gear shifter there on the side of the steering wheel, forward and back. Very cool, great mod. Even things down to the drive shaft's animated. Can't even see it. That's how good it is. Getting the animals in, but it's very close. Nice, I like it. Scottish or English, that was a good one. Right, grab the car out here. Apparently I closed the door on the way through. What's happened here? I can't even open them. Here we go. It is indeed the Northwest Ford Farm Sim guy. It is very mega. Love it. A sword is a good thing. Alright. Good to know. Right, what I was going to test, because it was something I hadn't tested out previously, I was actually going to try and see if we could get this to drive down all on its own. So go to, send them down to the target. Send them down to there. See if they're going to drive off on their own. Oh, we're going to dodge the fence. Oh, that's perfect. So far, so good. Interesting to see what side of the road they go on and how they deal with the traffic. Getting there. Not quite as smooth as auto drive if we did a nice smooth course, but that could be the spline underneath. Not actually sure how it works. Might just be that it's learning still. Yeah, I was just going to say, T-Man, it's out there. It's in the wild. Go and get it. In fact, Scorp, if you want to share a link to Northwest Mods and Edits Facebook page, do that, please. Oh, okay, we're blocked. Right, is he gonna? I don't like these cars coming the other way. Gonna go now? I wonder if there's a little collision there on the change in texture that I've got on the road. Try that again. Texture. There you go. I wonder if it was a... Yeah, I wonder if that might have to use auto drive. Might be the better way to do it. Oops. Then I... Now it's blocked again. That must have been the car coming the other way. But we're going to have to do it ourselves. It is a big grain cart. O'Donnell boys. Everything's big around here. There you go, Olaf's got it here, nothing small. Do I like Mack? Yeah, I do like Mack trucks. I'm not actually... I don't have a particular brand of trucks that I prefer or don't prefer. Got some floating cars there, just a little bit. Ooh, okay. I must have just clipped that. Oh, goodness. Oh, now we're going to get hit again, flying back in. No way. Out of my way. Add that to the crash counter. Yeah, I don't have a particular brand I like or dislike or anything like that with trucks. It's whatever comes. See lots of different brands around here on the roads, but European trucks, American trucks. Lots of Kenworths, lots of Scanias. All sorts around. There you go. Official work 10 by 10 as possible. You can get some really weird map sizes. Actually, check out some forensics on this. That's the link I always share, MRG. From when I reckon it must have been one of your very first streams I saw that. You shared that, and I've actually messaged, you know, had a chat with you and chat about it, asked a few questions, and you brought it up. It was very cool. Very enlightening. Nate Zanger, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Welcome along to the stream. Nice to have you here. Alright. Good, there's an access point in here. I'm surprised that combine's not full, actually, because it was about 60% when we got to this corner of the field. We were already 2/3 of the way around on our next headland pass. Hold a T-Man, I'm not even there. Too right, T-Man. Oh, call the tow truck. Oh, it wasn't that bad, FSG. Not rubbing it. I'd have to be much worse than that to be at your level. Gosh, our banter's got so bad that we're actually blaming each other in YouTube. Oh, there we go, look at that. Perfect timing. We're flaming each other in our YouTube comments now. Hopefully it won't continue. Alright. It's going to carry on. It is. We need to get our cruise control set. And we're off. Now, 10% full before we saw the fill plane then. I suppose that's right because it's got the grated floor on the bottom. How much nicer is the custom modding version of this? With the animated tarp and everything. Just opening the tarp just then just didn't feel quite right. Kadurk's offered me his crash counter, Derek. He said if you ever want to set a crash counter up, it's real easy and he'll send me the code or whatever he's got for it. If the size of the trailer is not set up properly, then you'll get the block messages all the time. Is that right? I thought it might have been something to do with having the AI traffic splines too close together or something there, Scooter. Is this a blooper series? Hey, one little crash and you guys are flaming me for it. I like it. I like it. Keep it up. Keep me on my toes. Heavy Metal Gaming, welcome along, my friend. Nice to see you there. And thank you, Scorp. Shared Northwest mods, I need it. So that's where you can get the Ford Super Duty from. Go and get that from there and nowhere else. Big respect for the guys over there, which include John's one of the admins for the page and works closely with Jonathan. Jonathan Dubois. Is it Dubois or Dubois? Dubois. Always wondered which way it's meant to be pronounced, but mad respect for him and that he's very particular and very guarded with his mods about where he shares them and things like that. So a lot of respect for that. I actually need to pull crash things up and do a blooper reel. I find it really hard to do a blooper reel. I did start trying to do bloopers, but my editing software sucks for trying to pull out just a short little clip. You can't just find a piece you want to keep and export that. You've got to actually cut the whole video down. So if you've recorded for 2 hours and you want to go and find a 30-second blooper, it sucks. Doing well, Nate. Doing it very well. Thank you. Thanks for asking. Watching from 2 out of my 3 accounts to help the boost. Yeah, you're a legend. Thank you. It is nice, Scorp. It's in it's in custom modding and testing it, so hopefully we'll have it soon. Hopefully it'll be here. Now, another question for you all. Does anyone know if there's a way in Courseplay? I know you used to be able to, or 19, you could see the time it was going to take for a piece of equipment to harvest a field. Is that anywhere in Courseplay at the moment? I haven't looked on GitHub to see if it's a request or anything that's been put into that, but I was just intrigued to see if it's something that is still to be added or worked on or what was happening with it, because it was always nice to know it was going to take an hour, 2 hours, however long it might take for something to be harvested. They play together, the AO collision needs the right size. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I could have been driving a little bit over the centre line or something like that too, which might have impacted things, Scooter. So I won't completely blame the AI. Dubois, thank you. Heavy Metal Gaming? Argsy. Easier to say than that. Heavy might be just HMG. Got an FSG, you can be HMG. Join the page, just got to wait on approval to download the truck. Nice. Right, we'll leave that there. The combine will be running for a little bit longer yet to get full again. And probably actually will get around this headland once more and then start on those up and down roads. So let's head back over, we'll go and grab the truck. Bring that down here. There we go. Dab straight to it. So I think I will spend some time setting up a bit of an auto drive network on this map, I think. Having seen how that traffic worked. Where did I get FS22 from? I got this is a Steam version, Paul. I've got both the Giants and the Steam version, actually. So fortunate enough to be partnered with Games Planet, and they gave me a copy on Steam, and then I'd already purchased a copy from Giants as well. But in the description there should be links for both purchasing it from Games Planet and purchasing it from Giants. And both options support the channel, so it doesn't cost you any more, but wherever you buy it from, they will just give us a little bit back to say thank you for promoting their product. Haven't seen one. It sure needs it. What was that? Sorry, we're talking about the grain cart again. I need to do what you do, FSG, and get the chat more in sync with time. It's a bit hard to remember what you talked about 20 or 30 seconds ago. Yes, I'm getting old. Oh, we were talking about the timer on Courseplay. Thank you. Thank you. I do remember now. The view for the eye where you can switch over and see the graph or overlay is missing. Yeah. Yep. Prefer HMG or Dylan, pronounced Dylan. See, Dylan, not Dylan. Dylan. Alright. Pull in here on the edge of the road. Get that tarp opened, get that turned off. Or heavy or metal. I'm easy to make heavy. Which is better, Giants or Steam? I like the Steam version, Paul, because it automatically updates. Giants, you've actually got to go in, I think. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Giants you might. Well, no, Giants will automatically update, I apologise. But their servers, with the number of people who bought it, the servers just seemed a little bit slower, so I prefer the Steam version for that. A lot of people like, if they want to keep track of how many hours you've played in a game, Steam's good for it as well. So it's another thing to consider. You've got the Giants version and the unopened collector's edition. Yeah, you had to wait a while to get that collector's edition in your score. And just remember with Courseplay, of course, I felt like I was going to start singing Mr. Ed then. Horses of the horses, of course. Courseplay, of course. I digress. No one wants to hear me sing. It's still in development, is what I was trying to say. So I'm sure all these features, I've got the base features in there to make it all work. Make sure that you can use it for what we're doing now, and then all those other little bits and pieces which were nice to have, but not necessary in 19 will be coming. We'll see those pretty soon. HMG is easy was all I read. What kind of track was that? That was the Mac, which one was it? It's one of the base game Macs. Pinnacle. There you go. Mac Pinnacle, yeah, it's just the base game one. I haven't even done the number plate on it. It's exact. This is what was set up with the farm, so we'll just keep that for now. We might look to add to it or change things out. We'll see. Yeah, there you go. Dylan said the same thing. Doesn't matter for Steam because DLCs are easy. Yeah, I'm much the same reason for Steam, but at least I ain't gonna leave it out. Yep, yeah, it'll come to you, man. Chinook, welcome along to the AG team. Thank you very much for becoming a channel member. Great to have you here. Great to have your support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Nice to have a, like I said, nice to have another Kiwi hanging around. I've actually had a few more Kiwis recently commenting on my videos, and someone from Taranaki, another little streamer who started following me on Twitter. Someone up in Auckland who's doing some streaming there, so nice to have you all hanging around. Pleasant View Farms, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Right, we left our engine running in here. Let's go over to the combine. Let's see what's going on there. I'm not jumping to it that way. Shame. Stab through. Oh, did I manage to stop it? This is one thing I do like. Thought I could press it. So you can stop it by... Yeah. Rookie. If I go create job, should... No. Courseplay start at nearest waypoint. Start job. Are we back underway? We are back underway. Here we go. Rocky mistake. There's Farm Sim Forensics on your channel. Oh, blog. If you've got a link to it, MRG, you're a mod, so you should be able to share it if you want to. I was just going to tab out and do it as well, but you should be able to, my friend. You have Klein School now until the end of January. What's Klein School? Donald Boys, not something I'm familiar with. See, Paul knew what truck it was. Without having to hop out and look at it, I couldn't remember. It's interesting. FSG and I were chatting about it the other day. The game's been out almost 2 months, and I feel like I've hardly played it. I've spent more time looking at it, almost, for want of a better description. You know, just exploring different things, looking at what the mods are coming out, playing with maps. Yeah, lots of different things. It's still a learning curve for me. It's interesting. It's fun though. I'd rather learn as much as I can as I go. Make mistakes that you guys have made, and you can tell me what mistakes I've made. I have, and I don't know whether this is going to be popular or not, I've decided to turn rocks off in this playthrough. I honestly, what my honest opinion on rocks, they're like weeds, and I don't really like them. Not the way they've been enacted. So rocks in 19 with Thunder's Rocky Fields mod, and that perfect. That's how rocks should be. Weeds in Seasons in 19, how weeds should be. It's just a shame Giants didn't follow through with how those have been done. And I guess it's probably easier to put them across a field as a blanket based on the field dimensions, but it is what it is. Good thing we can turn it off, not have it online score. I mean, new auto. Well, that explains why I'm not familiar with it. It's online score, right? Now, of course, when MRG, there's two MRG, HMG, FSG. It's too many of you. When MRG gets his website up and running, which is a work in progress and probably won't be for a wee while, I expect, because he's a busy man on other things. But as a resource for map makers and things like that, I'm sure that Medium will be a big resource that will be added in there. So you'll be able to go and look at things like that to get that all done. Or if you want to get into map making, find those resources there. Perfect. It's a great idea. Courseplay has a mini hub which is useful to stop and start vehicles. Is that right, David? How do I find that? I bet you if I bring up my key command, someone's going to tell me before I find it. This is how, if I was going to try and find it, go to Courseplay. Here we go. Open mini. So I need to map something to it. What can I map to it? You know what it needs to be mapped? It needs to be mapped on a sim dashboard. What did I say at the start of the stream? I've got some dashboard running on my tablet. I need to use it, and I haven't used it once. Do that. Map it there. Hey? You just chose not to harvest that bit. Okay. What? Oh, there we go. RA worker. Full offset work with start at nearest waypoint. Okay, there. That's pretty cool. What happened there though? Like when I went into the keybinds and was looking at that, it decided not to harvest a part of the field. Hello, Nick Stegman. Welcome along. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. As always. HMG loves rocks on No Man's Land. But she doesn't. Alright, so let's try that little. Start at nearest waypoint. AI worker. See what happens now. Oops, I've got the debug on there. Gone now. There we go. Weird. Well, that's the thing, MRG. I like the rocks. Rocky fields is more like what rocks are, aren't they? Like, we get stones in the fields around here, but you don't worry about them. You just hear them clatter through the equipment every now and then, or, you know, around a field entrance or a water trough in the field. You'll go through a rocky patch and it sort of clangs and clatters and its yield might drop just a touch, but it's only in a small patch. Excuse me for just a second. Oh, I thought my voice was going to pop then for a second. Better. Yeah, you don't worry about them in the way that they are. It's what it is. I do like that Giants added extra features in, but how weird's that? I'm going to do a test. When we go down this straight, but I'm going to go into the keybinds and see if that breaks courseplay again. Sunday, New Zealand, where in the future I even have the lotto numbers. I haven't even checked my lotto ticket yet. So we see this will be the face of a person winning $1 million on a live stream. Let's look. Don't gamble, people. I know I didn't win $1 million because the news told me that someone in Wellington won it. And I'm not in Wellington. Oh, we got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 4. 2 out of 5. Ah, 3 out of 5, I think. 3 out of 6. Might actually be a little reward. What is it, a bonus ticket? Won a bonus ticket. Hoorah. Right, there we are. Finished our headlands. And I'm not $1 million richer, unfortunately. You just drive around in an ATV picking up rocks. What's my best mod? What's my... Oh yeah, it's always a hard question. Always a hard question. Coursplay's right up there, I must admit. Being able to get the combine to drive and simulate having workers. That's right up there with one of the best. There's so many good mods out there. I haven't even, you know what I haven't touched yet? Terrafarm. Terrafarm is, I reckon, and I haven't even used it, but that just looks incredible. FSG's done a fantastic job sharing that with the community and showing that off. In fact, you know, I'd go as far as to say that's probably the best. And I haven't even used it, but just the functionality in it's fantastic. And that's what makes this community so good, having modders that are able to do what they did. Dylan's near DJ in NC, North Carolina. We don't get anywhere near the rocks unless we're digging a large hole. Yeah, we're the same really. But we're on a big river floodplain, so it's all silt clays. You're exhausted but back to work, wanted to say hi. Well, thank you for stopping in and say hi, buddy. Don't feel like you have to stay. It's good to see your name, and hope you're doing well. Don't go and overdo it. And don't listen to Legacy. Yeah, huge rocks pushed up through the soil. Yeah, that's what I've seen, MRG. Absolutely. Freeze thaw and all that sort of thing. So they were pushed down. Who was I reading about it? Can't even remember. I was looking at something the other day and it was telling me all about it. Pushed down by the glaciers. Yeah, I'd happily turn them off as well, FSG. I don't know what Thunder, I haven't sort of heard much about Thunder's plans for any of his mods for 22. Did we lose a little bit of connection there for a second, did we, Scott? Boulders in the Welkers vids, yeah they do. Yeah, the way the Deckelman does work is real cringy, MRG, I agree. Very good point, Scooter. That's a very good point. The best mod is the one that works like it's supposed to, doesn't have errors, and is a small size while still looking great. That is quite possibly one of the best descriptions for a mod. People don't realise, I think, how much file size plays in performance. I think it's easy now that we've got such big hard drives and you can download big files without even thinking about it. How much that drags on the system, having to preload them and all of that sort of carry on. Right, we're at 83%. Go and jump into the brain card. Find it. Have it through. Cheats away. Alright, I should be. Have a look. Cover on off. Yep, that works. Pipes in and out. Perfect. Alright. Where's my cruise control button on this? Cruise control, start, stop. Here it is. Bump up the speed. Ah, look at this. I really do need to use some dashboard more. Here we go. The mods link is there. So if I haven't plugged it yet in stream, but the FS22 mod links and files Discord server. What are we at? Just almost 2,700 members in there at the moment. Almost 100 modders. The idea behind it being that it is a safe place for modders to share their original links. No risk of it being skimmed or scammed or stolen and taken to another site. I'm not going to unload here. We'll do a U-turn and pick them up on the other pass. So yeah, so the idea is to provide somewhere they can share their links in a environment and save you guys the hassle of having to trawl through Facebook pages and Discords and all those kind of things to get to the links and find them all. So that's the plan behind it. Seems to be pretty popular so far, and it's growing. Coming up with some cool ideas. We're hoping to add a few more features to it yet, but we're it's only 3 weeks tomorrow since we first started it, so it's still going. Growing pretty quick. Growing pretty quick. He's about to throw out FS3's commercial. Taz, welcome along my friend, nice to see you here as always. 72 viewers, 60, oh, can we get the likes up to 65? Oh, that'd be great. But I'm just stoked again after last week's stream to have so many of you here watching with me. It's fantastic, really enjoying it. Really enjoyed bringing you this this new map, being able to show it off to you, and like I said at the start, this will be the start of a new series for us. I might jump between doing it as a live stream and a pre-recorded series. We'll see how it goes. But for those who are only just joining while we cruise along here, going to crash it. I do it all the time, but we own fields 4, 1 and 9, so we're working in the smallest of the fields we have at the moment. But what we're doing is we just, for a bit of a start, we're just harvesting this field. I'm going to adjust how much income we have, or how much money we have. I don't want to start off with 600,000, although I do want to be able to buy a Seedhawk air seeder, Ford Agricultural Solutions version, or the BC Bueller version, depending whether we go for the 60 foot or 84 foot. So that is on the cards at some stage. Whoops. Alright, that must be empty. It's just doing that little jittery thing at the end. It does sometimes. Alright, we'll let them carry on. So, yeah, just looking back at the fields, I'm just wondering, I was thinking earlier, where's the right one? Turn off those. That needs lime and lime. Field 1 needs lime, but I don't think any of the others do. I'm pretty sure. Actually, field 1 doesn't have it at the moment, does it? That one there. No, it's sitting there cultivated. Needs ploughing. I think I've got periodic ploughing turned on as well, but I don't think we haven't got a big ploughing game yet. I don't really fancy doing that with one of the smaller ones. Oh. One Dragon Nation, welcome along to the stream. Good evening to you. Nice to see you here. Thanks for joining. Farmer Taz is waiting for an Aussie or New Zealand map. It's on mine, mate. I'd love to have something around with those. Let's just jump back into the combine. Here we go. Let Courseplay do its thing and we'll ride along and chat to you fellas and lasses. So I do know of a couple of maps. There's an Australian one called Southern Cross Station, which some of you might have played in FS17, which has been converted. So I'm following that on Facebook, and I haven't yet contacted the creator of that, but I will be getting in touch with them to put it on the map directory page. And I do know that there was a couple of Kiwi maps, so I found these Kiwi maps. Actually, Anzac pointed them out to me. Don't know if he's still in chat or not, but they're very small maps, but they're actually pretty cool in terms of their feel for a New Zealand location. And I heard they've been converted to 22 as well, so I could never get them to work properly with the animals for some reason. I don't know what it was. I tried to figure it out. I tried to chat to the creator of it and see if he was having issues, and it was a bit hit and miss. Sometimes you'd buy animals in the pens and they'd never appear. Other times they would appear, so not quite sure what was going on with that. Where on earth is this combine going? Phew. I thought he was going to try and drive off the map here for a second. Yeah, so hopefully those are going to come to 22 and we can have a go on one of those. Actually, I'd really like to get into those. The Legion is here. Welcome along, mate. Nice to see you. Co-founder and mastermind behind the Mods and Links Discord server. Nice to see you, my friend. There's lots of snow in Canada where I live. Is that why you're being? Is that why your school's online, or is that more to do with COVID restrictions, O'Donnell boys? Great way to spend a Saturday afternoon. It's pleased that you find hanging out and listening to me is a great way to spend a Saturday afternoon, Scooter. Kyle, thank you so much for the preview video, Argsy, much appreciated. You're welcome, my friend. Now, I'm going to ask you a question here. Are you part of Central Ohio modding? Or did you just appreciate having the video to see before you played the map? Was it like a blizzard last night? Don't you always love it when it's like that at night? Like, well, not, I can't comment on blizzards, but you know, we love it when it's stormy, rainy night, and then the next morning it's nice and clean and clear, blue skies, and you just have to deal with the aftermath of it. The combine is getting dirty, Paul, isn't it? Nice to see. I don't mind dirty equipment in the fields, but we'll have to make sure we give that a good clean off when we get back. Where are you going now? Give me a heart attack is trying to put the header into the fence. Sounds good. FSG certainly will catch you up later for No Man's Land, having a nice dinner with the wife. Also, now congratulations to her for the promotion as well. We'll catch up with you later on tonight, or in the morning your time. Well, it's funny because when we're chatting about it, because it's FSG gets up on a Sunday morning for us to do our multiplayer sessions. We're recording our series, and it's the night for me. So if we're talking now, he's sort of talking about tomorrow being Sunday for him, and I'm talking about tonight. Always a little bit confusing, but we get there in the end. What's great is when we haven't talked about it and we both turned up. She just wrote an MRG commercial, Scorp. I'm looking forward to hearing it. Snowplowed a week ago with the Kubota that my dad owns. And I suppose you're going to have to do it again now then, are you? Straight after if it was blizzardy last night. What's your better machine on this map? Oh, I don't know yet. I'm still figuring them out. I like everything on this map that set up with. The only thing that would make it better would be if we had a... Oh, let's just have a quick look at it. You know, I like the 8R with the jewels on it. Let's get rid of the clip-on jewels though and go for some proper ones. I haven't used this John Deere planter yet, so I'm looking forward to getting in and giving that a whirl. But this is probably the one thing. It'd be nice to have a... well, actually, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Do you see any of these type of self-propelled sprayers? Obviously, you get the John Deere's, the Case, the Haggy sprayers, but do you get many of these hardy ones in the state? That would be the only thing that I would think that might not quite fit the map. And thank you to everyone who pointed out to me that this is actually a base game fuel tanker. I got very excited about it because I hadn't played around with them in the game. Like I said earlier, I haven't played it enough to have played around with some of these things. But I got all excited about the fact you could buy fuel. And it's a base game one. But it's very cool. It's a cool feature. I like it. But yeah, I mean, everything's just pretty appropriately sized. I do enjoy it. The 9RX. 9RX is a nice tractor, but just the comments you hear about articulated tractors. And a lot of people like from what I've heard, the 9RT is actually better for maneuverability and performance. The only issue they seem to have is they slide around a lot if it's a bit moist, sticky. You're stuck at home because of the COVID situation. Understand that. You are him, Kyle. Well, there we go. We've got Central Ohio mapping in chat. Well, welcome along, mate. Fantastic job on the map. I know I've said it to you in messages, but I really do think this is going to be a pretty well received map. So, team, if you've got any questions, Central Ohio modding, now would be the time to ask. But this grain dryer, having the propane, having the dryer, and all of that, having the anhydrous, just need to get a few toolbars. Although I do see you changed your splash screen for the map, and you've got a toolbar there in it, and I think you shared a link for where that was from a Facebook group as well. So very cool, very cool. But let's just jump in here. Production chains. For anyone who hasn't seen the corn dryer, there it is in production chains, and 500 litres of corn in. You get 500 litres of corn out, but you need to have that propane in there. And they've very cleverly, have a look in the animals. So we've got the MKS trailers here, 8 and the 32. Those are the default game ones, but packaged with the map, you'll get a modded one here. And when you click on those, you see they can carry anhydrous and propane. So you can go down to the dealer, the co-op, down here in the bottom left corner. Pop over here. You got an anhydrous buy point there, and around the corner here, sprint around here, we've got a propane buy point. So you can come down, pick up your own propane, run it back down to the farm, and have it all good to go. And there's your liquid fertilizer and herbicide, and through here's all your dry product, seed, fertilizer, and lime. So very well set up. I do like it. But I just think, you've done a great job. Question though, actually someone asked me, is there any reason that couldn't come to console? I didn't think there would be, for the way that you've done the fill types and the dryer. The dryer's just using the production chain, and all you've done is added an extra fill type, and fill types were able to be added for 19 for the map. So I don't see any reason why it couldn't in future. If someone wants to add it into console, have it as a feature in console, which I think if someone does that, that'll be a very popular map to add corn drying in. Even if you would do it as a placeable production. I don't know how you'd add propane in, would be the only issue, adding that in a fill type. Probably have to be in the map. Windy night in Texas, Scorp. 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gust. Is that outside or inside? The kids, I guess. I love how Dad blames them on the kids. Right. Back over here. See if we can run down and get this combine unloaded. See if we'll get a load into the... Oh. I always have issues getting going. I don't know whether it's something with my controller setup. I'm fighting with the gears. I don't know what it is. But it feels like things don't accelerate as quickly as they should do. You love an articulated tractor, Scorp. As does T-Man. You can't believe you're driving a green tractor. You're a bit of a Case fan, aren't you, T-Man? In Deer Creek, so that's appropriate. Well, there you go. Fair enough, too. Oh, the corn dryer is fantastic, Scorp. Such a good feature. Well, I'm actually surprised this field hasn't taken us as long to get. We're almost halfway through it. What am I looking for? Cruise control button? Have I started it? Oh, I keep on. Ah, that's not one of the updated ones where it changes colour. Let's see. We go, cruise controls on. I've lost my train of thought now. Distracted. But yeah, the corn dryer is fantastic. It is a very beautiful map, and welcome along to the stream. Nice to see you here. Interesting name, Obama for your mama. Alright, looks like Scott might have to run an ad. Are we buffering a little bit? I hope not. So I've made a few changes after last week's stream to my internet. Hopefully it's improving. I've set up a mesh network to run with my Starlink. And it's cool. I don't know. I was just giving an update on football scores. It was a battle of the boys teams last night. Now, don't at me. I'm unloading on the wrong side. I realise that. Should be unloading on the other side from the tarp, not on the same side as the tarp. Ooh. Should also unload so it goes into the truck as well. You're a Case fan, but they may be changing after playing this map. I don't think it really matters, T-Man. Don't think it really matters. You could play Case on this. I don't think anyone's going to judge you. Oh, alright. Oh, there we are full. Well, perfect. It gives us something else to do now. Hold that back in. Go and park this up. Now, shall we sell this or shall we put it into the silos? My idea was to sell it. Because like I said, we're just setting up for the series. Not too worried about money or anything like that. Yeah, that's mini Argsy. That's my youngest boy. Just a hillbilly, thank you very much for the subscription. Right, get our tarp on there. Let's go and have a look. I haven't looked. Oh, one thing I hadn't talked about, and this was something that the guys added in after my version. Where am I going? Here. So, in the map, they've changed some of the planting and growth periods. Now, I think the wheat's pushed out by a month. It normally was September, October. It's now October, November. So you can plant wheat a little bit later. Excuse me. Yeah, so the wheat's pushed out. But they've also lengthened the harvest time on corn and soybeans through to the end of December. Instead of the 2 months, I think it was October, November. With the idea being you could plant your wheat here in October, have it grow through winter, come through to June, July, have it ready to harvest. To harvest your winter wheat right at the start of, start of summer. And once you've got it harvested, if you're quick, you've got a little lap here where you could plant your soybeans and then have your soybeans harvested toward the end of December. So you can basically dual plant your beans and get those in and do 2 crops across a year. What is it? I suppose it'd be a year and a half almost. But I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty cool little feature. Right, but that didn't answer my question that I was going to ask myself. Is, look, grain elevator is $407. We are in September, I think. We're right at the bottom of the bottom of the dollar. Oh, we're even in August. We really are at the bottom of the price range. Let's just go and sell it anyhow. Let's go test out the sell point. I haven't done that. Go down here and get some money, like I said. Still setting things up. So when you see the first actual series episode, it will be a little bit different to this. Absolutely, keep them coming. Great to have so many people here tonight, or this morning. This morning for me, afternoon and evening for a lot of you. So great to have you all here watching. Hope you're enjoying the stream. If there's anything you want to see on the map, give us a yell. Happy to go and show you around different parts. Obviously this is the shop just up here on the left. So this was actually, so Central Ohio Modding started off by making a map for 19 in mid-Central Ohio, and that shop was made by Elk Creek Modding for the map, and it never got completed. What are we blocked by? So the shop made its way into this map, but I do think they are going to start working on the mid-Central Ohio map as well. That might be after using this as a little bit of a practice test map. Be able to get more features into that one. Let's just have a look here. We are, can't see the way scales, 4906. That must, I wonder if that matches our litres or whether that's a weight thing. Maybe a weight thing. Oh no, because it got a whole lot heavier then. What was that, 320 something? Oh no, 32. Which makes more sense. Alright, so we've got there's two pits over here, but I think only the right hand side is the unload one. Noisy spot this. Earmuffs are required. Alright. Alright, there we go. The first one unloading. Can we get them both unloading at the same time? Is it still you to change hopper? So I can't change it when it's unloading still. It is still you, but it wouldn't change while it was unloading. Let's just zoom out a little bit, that is very noisy there. There we go, let's say about $16,000 off that load. Not too bad. Can you imagine how much you could make? That's the low point. So imagine how much you could make if you were selling it at the high point and on a big field. Maybe we'll have to test out. Maybe we'll take a little bit of a loan out and give ourselves a little bit of a challenge. Alright. Driving here, let's take a look at what the weighbridge says on our way out. What were we? 40,700 something? There we go. Now 16,484.9. We're going to see, oh, I wonder, did I park there's a grain cart in the way? No? Not quite sure what's happened with the combine. Let's have a look when we get back down here. Perfect, we hit the 65 that Farmer Taz was asking for. Awesome, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining us and for leaving a like on the stream. Do appreciate that. Oh, we've just managed to kill a power pole. It's unfortunate. Alright, we'll do it a little bit different this time. Left the header trailer in probably the wrong spot. Oh, just get turned in there. We'll do a Yui and face the other way. There we go. Should do. Alright, let's go sort this combine out. Alright, now I'm going to have to figure out where our next step is, and I'm not quite sure which is going to be the best way to do that. Tidy up these little bits while we're here. So I know we're going to it must be time to start on the next land, I would expect. So we'll just sneak over here behind the truck, get the header lifted back up. Be interesting to actually see how it deals with the land here, because we're kind of halfway across where we should be. So let's see, still show our course. It does. It didn't show the graphic of the X9. I know what an X9 looks like. So we would have been going from is that that would have been our first one there. Yeah, so I need to be up on that one there. Come from there across to there, right. So, yeah. Alright, let's go and guess this. Going 9 miles per hour is painful. It's agriculture for you. Oh, I get this weird camera glitch sometimes. So I can't actually move anything at the moment. Pop in and out, and then I can. Ford Agricultural Solutions, welcome along my friend, nice to have you here. This map will be right up your guys' alley, or right up the alley for your equipment. I think I was messaging you about it, but anhydrous already built into it. This is made for what you guys have. Alright, let's see if we can hide that. How close I was. Not bad. Not far off. But yeah, have a look. I'll show you it. We were there just before, but over here. That one there. That's the anhydrous fill point over there. Yeah, it looks pretty familiar. It's a lot like what was in 19. Connectors there for that. And then in the shop, I'll show you here as well. All your sprayers. I know, and I had to caveat because I didn't say it in the video, but you obviously don't spray with anhydrous because it's a gas. It needs to be injected into the ground. But all of those in there is a spray type. And then under animals, so I've got the guys have added the modded trailer in there which carries the anhydrous and the propane. So it's all set to get you guys gear on here, get it all up and running. Very exciting. No, stream did not let you down, Taz. Perfect timing. Well, there you go. You've got a map you can test it on. How's the 60-foot seeder going? How's Beulah going on getting that one finished off? So I'm pretty keen to give it a go on this map. I think it'll be the perfect size seeder for these fields. This one here. So we've been harvesting for about an hour, and we've got pretty much halfway across it, which is pretty impressive. It's out now, Chinook. Have a look in the pinned comment. There's a link to their Facebook page, and it's on there. They have an itch.io page you can download it from. Now, when you click on the link to download it, don't be fooled that you have to pay for it. It is free. Itch.io provides a platform for creators to be able to receive a donation, basically. You're not obliged to. There is a bit at the top that says, no, take me to the downloads. I did have someone comment on my video this morning saying, shame you have to pay for the map, but I think they must have missed. When they clicked on the link, they must have just seen the dollars and cents on it, thinking it was a paid download, but it is actually free. Just have to look properly. But yeah, no, it's up there now, Chinook, so go and get it. Came out about 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. Working hard at finishing it up. Awesome. Here we go, Scorp's got you at the top. Haha. Let's not jump the gun, Legion. Got a bit of tillage, some lime, maybe even some pre-planting fertilizer to put on. We'll see. Interesting, courseplay takes you right over when you're doing the lands. It takes it right over to the far side of the field. Or the edge of the headlands. So I did the 3 headland passes just to give more space, but you probably could have got away with 2. Here we go. All lined up. Right. So, yeah, I need to figure out what we're going to do with this cloud state on this one. How we're going to best get rid of that. Found it there? Good, mate. Excellent. Yeah, that cloud state, and also we'll have to get some lime on it. I'll even put some lime on it before we plough it, and plough the lime in. Ooh, let's have a look actually. What we got in here. We only got the big breed or line spiriters. That, yeah, they're the only ones that do lime, aren't they? What do you reckon? Extension on that. With some wide tyres. Biggest spreading unit on. I think it's the biggest one, isn't it? 18 meters wide. Oh, so what do we what do we put on here as a number plate? Try and come up with something clever on the spot. A hide work is not working on this map. I don't know, DD. I haven't actually tried. Right, we'll just leave it as one Argsy, one. What options do we have? Continental narrows in the continental thing. Assuming there'll be crop care ones, so you can actually run over top of your crop without doing any damage. Oh, they've got narrows in there too. Yeah, very nice. Can someone tell me there's something like 1,500 different wheel combinations in the map, in the game now? Right, like that. It's going to be back at the yard for us. Actually makes me think we might buy wagons. This might be the best way to get our lime. Let's go and buy one of those too. Oh, I did not expect to come back and see that happening. Okay. Oh goodness. Oh, now we're in all sorts of trouble. Fortunately, we're in a RT, so we can turn nice and tight in the tractor. Otherwise, we would have struggled to get back out of that. Oh, T-Man, you're not having mod conflict issues, are you? At least it's going to be, oh, well, let's chop this a little bit while we're going past. Mod conflict. No, we don't even need to be down here. We need to be back up that way. Let's have a look, actually. Oh, if I press high worker now, it's gonna... It's funny, actually. I noticed that with Combine... Oops, turn that back on. I noticed that with Combine when I was doing my screenshot, actually, for the video, that I tried to press high worker and I thought it didn't work. Maybe not. I don't know if Central Ohio Modding are here, still watching. They were here a little bit earlier. Certainly got Courseplay working just fine. In fact, I love that. Thank you for, I think it was David who showed me this. This is fantastic. Nearest waypoint, hire AI worker. It's awesome. Love it. Right. So what are we going to do now? Are we going to get the rest of the field in the grain cart? So we're just going to leave the trailer here for now. Go over and get some lime so we can make a start on spreading some lime. Go and test out the buy point. Having your first one, I'm going to work this out. At least you haven't got 1200 mods to go through. Oh, do you know what I said to myself when I first started 22? I'm going to keep my mod folder tidy. Do you know what I haven't done? Let's keep my mod folder tidy yet. I'm going to have to get on top of it before I go too much further. United Bill 40, hello, welcome along, nice to have you here. How am I today? I'm doing fantastic, thank you. Thank you very much for asking. Enjoying playing on the new Deer Creek map. If you like big fields, this is going to be a fantastic map for people. Like I said in my, I think I said it in the description, I might not have said it in the actual video, but for only a standard 1x map, or 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers, this is awesome. Feels like a big map, but it's not actually a big map. You're on the Elm Creek PS4 edition of Farming Simulator 22. Nice, mate. I hope you're enjoying it. I don't know if you played 19 on PS4, but how good is some of the features I've added for console players on 22? Just elevated the gaming experience. I started off playing on PlayStation. Augustus Martin, how did I bring up the Courseplay without going into the main menu? That was a little trick I was shared earlier. If you go into keybinds, oh, we're already there. Scroll all the way down to the bottom to Courseplay, and you've got an open mini GUI. And that was unbound, so I've just bound it with my numpad. But if you just click in there, press whichever button pops up. So I wanted it done with the plus button on my numpad. Go, numpad plus. Set it back, numpad minus. And make sure you hit save controls. But yeah, that's fantastic, just being able to bring that up. What will happen if I bring, yeah, I can't do it on this because I'm not doing anything, but very cool little add-in or mod for it. Mod conflicts anonymous. I think it'd be. I don't think it'd be a small club, T-Man. I think that'd become pretty big. If you're a woman, would you date MRG asking for a friend? Only if he's sang for me. Oh no, we're blocked again. I'm dreading going down and seeing what's in the way of the combine. So we haven't driven down here actually yet. I do like these few little houses here. Gives nice opportunities for a little bit of roleplay in the game if you'd like to. Maybe you wanted to pretend to be MRG and the lady you wanted to date was living in that house. You could go and hide in the bushes and peer through the windows. Perhaps you could pretend to buy the house over the road and rent it and stalk her for an extended period of time. I don't know. Whatever catches your fancy. Fire a woman. Scott wants to sing Shania Twain. I can tell it. Just, man, I feel like a woman. Calling you a stalker? Not at all. I was just saying if you wanted to roleplay something. But if that's you outside my window right now, can you please stop it? Don't tap. Stop the tapping. Right. Hopefully, we can drive in here. Hit the button, and... No lime! Oh, please don't tell me. Why does this trailer not take lime? And why did none of you misfits tell me that when I was going to buy it? Ugh. Why would they make it not take lime? Honestly, lime is one of the fastest used commodities. Ah, goodness. Oh, we might as well take it back to the yard. Just going to dump it there and sort it out later, but we'll take it back to the yard. You didn't know that either. You're at field 4 right at the moment, are you, T-Man? Just lasagna, okay. Were you watching the Farm Sim show with Clutch and DJ and then talking about food? Because I'm sure lasagna came up in that too. You can't play 22 because map freezing at 50%. Which map's that, Philip? And have you tried... What game version are you on? There's lots of things to try and troubleshoot that. First thing would be to try and load the map without any mods if you're on a... Second thing to try would be if you're on Steam is to go into Steam and try and validate files, make sure there's no errors. Third question, well actually first question would be what map is it and where did you get it from? Make sure it's a good copy if it's a mod map. Yeah, I thought they might have fixed that. Taz. So we really need the lime to auger mod now, don't we? Alright, let's go over and see what was what problems we were having with the dump that there. What problems we had with the combine. People who don't roleplay stalking, people who do roleplay stalking. Oh goodness. It's a 2 discs game. What's a 2 discs game? Farming Simulator. Is that on console? I can understand not hauling stones, T-Man. I think you wouldn't want to be putting stones going through a conveyor like that. Garlic chip with cheese. Always got to have that cheese. A big loaf of garlic bread. Sour cream and onion potatoes. You guys are making me hungry. Haven't had breakfast yet. Oh. Yeah. like I've never used Courseplay before, leaving my equipment lying around in the field. Oh, sugar. Sugar honey iced tea. It's a digital download to this game. Off to take the dogs out be back for a little bit. Then I need to start streaming on the Colorado Wildfires Awareness event. I haven't heard about that. So, have to catch up with what you're doing, mate, after the stream. Are you going live afterwards? Or soon? Or at some point? Digital download 2-disc game. I don't know what the if it was digital download, I don't know what it would be. What discs would come into it. Are you what platform are you playing on? I think that's probably the critical question here. Right, let's try and figure this one out now. Oh, I've almost hit it. Should be that one right there. Just be right just a little bit. Alright, bring up that again and hire worker. Down the right one? We are indeed. Perfect, back to it. Should be live in 27 minutes. Well, there we go. We won't be far away from finishing this field and probably be wrapping things up. Dylan, so we'll be able to send everyone over to watch your stream afterwards. Alright, actually, how full are we? 46%. Head down the other end of the field and we'll get ready to unload the combine. So you're on PC. Okay, where did you download it from? If you're getting to 50% loaded, it's obviously something's causing a problem. You're obviously able to start the game up and things. The other thing you can do is have a look. There's some good YouTube videos about log files and having your log files open when you're loading the game and seeing if something is dropping an error. I'll let this guy get turned around. So it's interesting, when it's on the first pass of a land, it turns right there, but when it's doing the second or third one, it comes right up to the edge of the field. You did contact giants. I'm assuming you've tried a fresh install, as in uninstalled it all, turned everything, turned your computer off, done all of that. You got the game from Walmart. Well, that's a legitimate source then. Also, you got the game from Walmart, but you said it's digital download. It must be on. Does it come on a disc then? Or is it just a code to download it digitally? Do you know why my FS22 is so slow and glitchy? No, I don't. Sorry, Edric. Could be any sorts of things. But hard to guess though. Where can you get the Demco grain cart? This Demco grain cart is in game. It's a default one, just under auger wagons, and right there. There you go, and we've got it in the grey. It's the exact grain cart on the tracks. With jewels that we're running at the moment. No, I don't want to purchase that. I've already got one. Your mods also don't work. I'd honestly, if you're having those kind of issues, I'd try and fresh install of the game. Would be my my suggestion, and without putting any mods or anything in. If you can get the game up and running without any mods, otherwise it sounds to me if you're getting lots of stuttering and things like that, you might have a bad mod in there. Suss that out, see if that might help. Martin Miski, welcome along, nice to have you here. Hope I've pronounced your name correctly. Philip Hutchins, so it was a code. Okay. So you got a code, was that to download it then from the Giants website? I'm getting somewhere now, I'm just trying to understand how it all works. Gosh, $1,300 to drive a combine for an hour. I'm in the wrong gig. Here we go. When is there another ad? Haven't had any breaks. Yeah, that's my biggest thought, Jan. Can someone hit exclamation mark mods and we'll get a link there up to the Discord. I'd say there's probably, if your mods aren't working or it's locking up the game, I'd say there's a dodgy mod in there somewhere that's causing you issues with not being able to be read by the game and the game's throwing errors. That's why I'd suggest, one way to do it is, if without deleting them, just go and change the name of your mod folder. Just go in there and I think it's called mods, just change it to, put an X in front of it or something. Because then the game will create a brand new, fresh, blank mod folder. Thank you, SH Racing and Scorp, both got you there. So this little Discord server, and it's not little anymore, it's almost 2,700 members, is a little bit of a suggestion, not a suggestion, it's we're trying to come up with a solution to get better mods out to players. Obviously, the only guaranteed 100% error-free source of mods that you will find is the mod hub. Because Giants test every single mod before it's released. And they have their own set of standards. But sometimes there's modders who don't want to go through the rigmarole of adding mods to mod hub and want to release them themselves. They may be features that aren't supported by the game that they've added in. All sorts of different things, scripts that Giants won't support. So to help players get around that and making sure they're downloading from the correct source, because there's a lot of websites out there which just, once a mod's uploaded somewhere, they just go and strip all the code, find the mod, go and share it somewhere else, trying to make money off ad revenue. And that's basically the only reason they do it. They want people to search for mods and go to their site. So a lot of modders aren't using those sites. You know, Mod Network was one that was seen popular in 19, but it's sort of gone to the dogs a little bit in the last couple of months since 22 came out. A lot of mods just being uploaded that weren't done by the original author. They've been poorly recreated or upgraded to 22, just so that that person who does it can try and get it on there first, possibly receive some income from it. Not that it's a lot. So the idea behind that Discord is to provide a place where the modders, so we've got almost 100 modders in there already, can share their links in a similar format to Mod Hub. It's all set up by categories, tractors, implements, all sorts. And the modders can share their links, so you don't have to go and search through Facebook or wherever they might share them, Discords or anything like that. It's one place, all with the mods all in one place, so you can go and find them, but you know it's the original modders link. So it'll take you back to their Facebook page or the website or whatever it is that they're sharing it on, and you can download it from there. So that's the idea behind it. Seems to have been pretty well received in the 3 weeks we've had it. So yeah, go and give that a try if you're having mod issues or wanting to find some good quality mods that have been not so much tested by the well, the modders obviously tested them. They've probably got a testing people that help them out with testing, but ones that you can be a little bit more assured are coming from the correct source. Jonathan Kenward, how are you? Nice to see you here. Welcome along. Giants test every mod before they release. They run it through their quality assurance program. Scooter, what do you mean? It's great to see so many people viewing tonight, this morning, this afternoon, whatever it is where you are. There we go, we've hit the 2,700 members. Thanks, guys. You're going to take those couple of bots out. It's cool. Don't count the bots. But yeah, like I said, so great to have so many viewers here tonight. I've really enjoyed the last couple of streams, having some good patronage, good chatter, good banter. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed them. So thank you all for making them enjoyable, because if you weren't here, I'd be sitting here talking to myself, and I'm pretty good at that too. As is evident by some of my videos where I just seem to ramble on. Even feel like I haven't talked for very long, and suddenly I'm editing it down and I'm like, how do I make this shorter? But do, if you have enjoyed it, do make sure you leave a like there. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you hit that little sub button there, and keep an eye out for what we've got coming up in the channel. I'm working on a series. I've got a series planned. I'm not going to tell you anything specific about it, but something that I don't think I've seen done in Farmson before. It's a little bit different to your normal Let's Plays. And I'm quite excited about it. I think I might do not so much, well, it will be a bit of a pilot, so I'm going to do the first episode, see how well received it is by everyone, and I've got about half a dozen, 8 episodes planned in it, so it won't just be a one-off, but we'll see how it goes. If you guys enjoy it and like it, we'll do more. But that's a bit of a more of a long run thing. It's not just sitting down and spending a couple of hours recording a Let's Play and editing it down. It's going to take a little bit more time to put together, but I'm quite looking forward to it. Quite excited to do it actually. It's going to be, yeah, it's just something different. I think it could be quite fun to do. The cart needs to be green, man. Go with the flow. The cart came grey. This is what the potentially higher modding had set it up with. Got to have a little bit of variance in your colours too, T-Man. I mean, if you had it, everything would be black, wouldn't it? White and Wesley Jackson, how you doing, dude? Is this going to be a series? Did my controller just disconnect? There we go. It's back. Yes, that is the plan. Entirely the plan is to try and do a series on here. A mini Western Australia probably would be the best description. Big field, so we'll be having, you know, decent equipment. We've already got an X9 combine. We may even look at getting a second one. I'm still finalising the equipment, so this is kind of just an intro. Bit of a show off the map as well. We did the map tour on it, and it is only just freshly out to the public, so just having a little bit of a play. I don't think canola would be an appropriate crop for this part of the world. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, perhaps Ohio does grow canola, but from my research it's not really something that's grown a lot, so I thought let's get this cut off, and I wanted to start with our fields with no crops in them. So we go through the whole process of field preparation, planting, all of that sort of thing. Welcome along, Banks Sinatra. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello. '83 likes. Well, thank you very much for all of those, each and every one. Appreciate that. There we go. Dylan's plugging his stream afterwards, so by all means, once we're wrapped up here, we'll get a link added at the end of the stream. We'll get Scorp will put a link to Heavy Metal Gaming's YouTube channel. You can jump over. You want to carry on watching some Farm Sim content. I'm assuming you're streaming Farm Sim, Dylan. Correct me if I'm wrong, but jump over there and give him some support as well. Kiram, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Do I answer myself back as well, Argsy? I do. Yep. You should see me when I'm recording an episode and something goes wrong and I'm like, ah, what are you doing, you idiot? What was one the other day? Oops. Can't remember what I did the other day. Literally spent 5 minutes doing something and then I'd realised I'd completely missed doing a step or something. Actually, I might have been recording the map tour for this. Started talking about something and blabbering about it and then realised I was going on completely the wrong tap. Ah, there we go, he is. So we'll get a link up there and you can go carry on watching some more Farm Sim content. Alright, let's go and ride along with the combine. Let's not park there, get whacked. But we'll ride along with the combine doing this last little section. If I can find it. Here it is. Or just, those who've only just joined. Check out my truck. That. Branded. Nice Ford Super Duty by Northwest Mods and Edits. Beautiful. We had a link sheet to that a little bit earlier too, where you can go to their Facebook page and download this from. Very nice looking truck. Very, very nice. You can get the F350 or the F450, I think. Or what am I? This is the 350, I think. Yeah, there we go. Badge there on the front of the door. Very nice. Only time I like Ford. Put it out there. Right. What do we got? We've got half a dozen passes left to do, so this is not going to take long. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to drive it myself. Let's see how we go. I've got GPS. I do have GPS. Let's see if we can set up a GPS course. Just for this last little piece. Right. Turn that on. Set an A point. First sign of madness, talking to yourself. The second is having hairs on you. Well, fortunately, I've only got the. I'm only doing the talking to myself. I don't have the hairs on the palm to worry about yet. Right. Let's just jump in here. We want to do the auto width and snap terrain angle off. That's an important one. Holy moly, Bankson, Nacho. That is most generous of you, my friend. Wow, thank you very, very much for that super chat. We'll get the cow mooing in a second. Well, you know, I haven't done it right. And all my excitement then distracted me from setting a GPS course. But thank you very much. I do really, truly appreciate that. Let's have a second go at doing this without any distractions this time. Too kind of you, my friend. Too kind. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Show lines. See if I've got it right. There we go, we have got it right this time. That's better. Oh, see, have I should be doing this in dashboard. Here's the option to turn off show line. B line, GPS line off. One of these I'm sure FSG had set up show and hide lines. That one? Don't know now. Try and find it. Is it that one? Here we go. That's there. What's that one there do? Perhaps I have to have something mapped to do it, I'm not sure. So come back into here, turn that off anyhow. Rawiri, welcome along my friend, great to see you. Thanks for hanging out. I'm one of our Kiwis that I was talking about earlier, one of the members I've met recently. looking forward to having a go at the mate. You will enjoy it. It's a fun map. I've enjoyed having a look around it, doing the map tour on it, and now having a chance to actually spend a bit of time playing on it. So I'm quite looking forward to putting together a series on it now. But enjoy your day, mate. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll catch up again soon, mate. Lightning Lucas, hello, welcome along. Nice to have you here. And the Fisher J, hello to you as well. Nice to have you here too. I've got my course just a little, like just a fraction off. I don't want to do that because I'll miss it on the next pass. The joys of going from using courseplay to setting up your own course. What? I missed your message earlier. Excuse me. Does the new series have dairy? Please tell me. No, it will not. We'll just be sticking to some arable work, I think. Making the most of these big fields on this big map. Oh, you're talking about, sorry, you're talking about the one that I'm working on. There will be, we will touch on dairy. There will be some, yes there will be. But not how you might expect it to be. Put it that way. But yes, we will have some dairy in it. I haven't got a plan for when it's going to come out yet too. It's, like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a trial and error, see how it goes. Is courseplay worth downloading? 100%. Absolutely. Yeah, courseplay is one of those must-have mods for me. Even in its infancy at the moment. We've harvested pretty much all of this field apart from this last little bit with courseplay. And just being able to do things like lands, not just going up and down. Lands are really important when you're doing combining because it means your auger will always be, except for the first cut through, your auger will always be in the harvested field part of the field, so you can quite easily go back and let's bump the width down a little bit. I feel like I'm too big. Move this over a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, means you always have the auger on the right side so you can get unloaded and things like that. It is still a work in progress for them, so don't think it's a final version if you do get it. There's a lot of features that were in Farming Simulator 19 which haven't come across just yet. But shouldn't be too far away, I don't think, the rate of development they're doing. So we had actually, we were trying to do a stream on Flint Hills this week. Timing did not work out, but as a little bit of a homage to the guys at JS Mapping and their decision to shut up shop. Some guy, myself and Kadirk were all going to try and put together a little live stream. And we just couldn't get our timing to work for that. So hopefully next weekend. We're still in the planning, still like to do it, so we'll see how we go. I thought that'd be a pretty fun thing to do. And give Kadirk a little bit more time to recover from his last month of hell, really, that he's had, the poor guy. Good to see him back though. Don't know if he's done a video yet, but you know he was starting to work on one, so nice to see him back in action. Well, now that I've started using the sim dashboard, I actually quite enjoy having it here next to me. Problem being, because I play on a controller, is I have all the buttons there at my fingertips. Got the grain cart at the wrong end now that we're driving, but anyhow, we can run back down and pick that up and ignore the little bits I've missed. Like I said at the start, we're not being precious about this field. For this, we're going to reset our funds a little bit anyhow. This was more to get the crop off the field and just have a little bit of a play on the map. But yeah, having buttons at your fingertips makes it easy just to default to using those rather than using the some dashboard buttons. But I think I'd have to look at getting a steering wheel, make it worthwhile. Figure out which one is the best dashboard to use as well. Lots of different options. Oops, must have turned off my GPS somehow. My cruise control. There's the button for that. Right. Okay. Those are Tim. That's a very good point, Scorp. Good thing Tim is not here. You would be having kittens. Tim, if you are lurking and watching, I'm sorry. No worries, bud. Have a good stream, mate. We'll see if we can pop in and say hello for a little bit. Could always get the joysticks. As well, Legion. And herein lies the problem of going from GPS to GPS, from courseplay to GPS, is you don't quite get the same width, and you end up having a, oh, we're going to get it all. We are going to, oh. If I use the GPS, we won't get it all. But I think if I drove it on my own, we would. Oh, we're going to go close. Not quite. I'd like to as well, Legion. I've got plans for sometime in the next few months to jump onto some forestry and take a look at the FDR stuff and maybe use one of the Shanty Boys maps. We'll see. I've actually really enjoyed doing this map directory because it's opened my eyes to a lot more of what these guys are doing. I'm actually taking time. Like, I'd never actually taken the time to download FDR's maps or Shanty Boys maps or anything like that and take a look at them. But to put them on the directory and do a little blog post about them, or a little news post, I've actually taken the time to add them in, download them and take some screenshots. And yeah, quite eye-opening seeing what these guys are doing, but different. Tractor seems to struggle a little bit after holidays, Argsy. Maybe a little bit too much to eat and drink. Oh, the tractors are fine, it's just my fat stomach fitting in them, Dan. Again, I think that's something with my controller. I need to look at my keybinds. Correct, Cartech, we do have a row of shame. We've got two of them actually, if you look. Well, two or three. Got one over there too. Yeah, should have left it on courseplay. Wouldn't have had that problem. There we go, we're done. There's a little bit there too I haven't done too. It's not the prettiest looking harvest, but looks fine. Look at this. My wife's just come and put in front of me. Nice toast, fried mushrooms and bacon, eggs, that spinach. Oh no, eggs, sorry, tomatoes, spinach. Maybe there's some for me left over. Just made me hungry. If I wasn't hungry before, I'm hungry now. All good, O'Donnell boys. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Nice to see you here. Enjoy wherever you're heading to. And hopefully we'll catch you again in another stream soon. Yeah, now cruise control on. There we go. Grant, how you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. You're just in time for us to finish up. Better late than never, though. What I always say. Welcome along. Nice to have you here. Oh, when this live stream done, you're going to go watch another one. Oh, thanks, mate. Oh, appreciate you hanging out here. Who are you going to go watch? Right. Look at that header. Look at that angle on that header. Interesting. I have heard of it doing funny things like that. She's a keeper. She's not. It's all hers. She didn't cook any for me. You heard that, and she said she does sometimes, and she does, absolutely. What's that, mate? Did look good, didn't it? I think I'll go whip up some bacon and eggs when we're finished. Might have to be my breakfast. You're often... Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I'm not either. I only get up and... This is about the only morning I get up early. Gotta do a live stream with you guys. Right, we'll run this down to the... down to the store. We'll get this load sold. Are we going to get it all in? We are. Alright. Oh, you don't really know. Well, can I suggest... We'll put a post up and we'll put a link up just a second. Not sure Scorp's still there. He'll share Heavy Metal Gaming's link. Yeah, I heard it sorts itself out too, Kartik. Oh, better put the tarp on. We did that when we were standing next to the trailer before we hopped in the truck, honest. Never tried to mod 2 streams at once. Are you listening to them both at the same time though? It's cool. Oh, Indian. What sort of Indian are you having, Kartik? What am I sharing? Share a link to Heavy Metal Gaming's YouTube channel or to his live stream. Share a direct link to his live stream if you want. He's exploding. I'm looking forward to checking out my Nightbot stats and seeing how many chat messages you left in this one. Right, let's see our weight. What we were about 42,000 last time, weren't we? Here we are. Well, at least 30, just under 38,000. There you go. There's a link to Heavy Metal Gaming's stream. So once we're wrapped up here, feel free to go over and join his stream. In fact, once we get away from all this noise, unload the back one first and zoom out of there. In fact, what are we going to go over? We want you all to go over there and say something. What do we want to say, Scorp? Lamb and mushroom bubble tea. Not sure if it'll be New Zealand lamb though. I'll let you off just this one. I doubt it will be New Zealand lamb. Be a pretty good curry. You're in the UK, aren't you? Be a pretty good Indian if they use New Zealand lamb in their curries. Argsy sent you. That'll do. Or you could do Argsy raid. Alright, O'Donnell boys, thanks. Thank you very much for joining the stream, hanging out for the duration of it. Appreciate you guys being here. Oh, we just got some air there, right. Well, there's nothing left really but to drive back down to look out for rocks. Is there? Is Ralgeith getting stoned, is he? I mean rock. Lots of rock. Right, let's head on back down to the yard. We'll sort out the tractor and everything later, but that's probably a good time to wrap things up. So this has been nice. Thank you all very much for hanging out with us. It's been a very, very fun stream. Oh, we've got that bug. With my, it's just, the only way to fix it is to hop in and out. There we go, that's better. Just hoping it is New Zealand lamb. I am too, Kartik. But like I said, thank you everyone for hanging out. It's been a fun stream. The last 2 streams actually I've really enjoyed getting back into it, having you all here. And being able to bring you this map as well, show you off Deer Creek. Pleasure, and big thank you to Central Ohio Modding for the privilege of having early access to it to do a preview video. But it is live now. There is a pinned post at the top, otherwise the link is in the description, so you should be able to find it there. Massive thank you to Banks for that ridiculously generous super chat. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you very much for that. And thank you also to everyone else who's hanging out. Thank you Chinook who joined the channel. Thank you to all the channel members who are here. Great to see you guys as always. Thank you for your ongoing support. Appreciate it all the time. Scooter, nice to see you. Olaf, Thank you very much, Jan. Good to see you as well. But we'll jump out there. Keep an eye out in the next week or so. We'll see how we go with putting together a first episode or first proper episode for this series. And hopefully next week we'll be live streaming on Flint Hills with Kid Dirk and the Farm Sim guy. Otherwise, what else is there to say? No Man's Land will be out again this week with FSG2, so keep an eye out for that one. But thank you all very much for watching as always. We'll catch you in the next one.